Test, test. So that's me. So that's me there. Test, test. Test. Test, test. Test, 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 test. Good morning.
Hot. Whoa. Clean.
And welcome. Penticton New Floors Classic 2023, Day 3.
A little down.
Morning draw, Sheet D. This event and this game are brought to you by New Floors Penticton. The sponsor for this game is CoolBet. Feature game today, beautiful matchup. Team Dunstone. Last few years, very close to the top of the heap in Canada. And most curlers know their opposition, Mr. Epping. Also, last few years, near the top of the heap. Very much like a Grand Slam matchup here on a Saturday morning in lovely Penticton. A little dusting of snow out there.
Normal weight.
I'm Owen Hayward. I'll be your host. A little bit of color, a little bit of play-by-play.
Sweet.
We have mics on the skips and the thirds. So we'll get a little window into their strategy, their rationale, their communication. So we are just underway in this match.
Just throw it in, take the blank. I think you're still at 5 feet, yeah. I thought it's close, so you should be there. Yeah, I agree. All there. It's in. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Yep. Go ahead.
Not a problem.
Oh, there you go. It sounds
All
like
right.
we have all the players, Mike. So we heard sweepers.
14.34. Your weight? Yeah, your weight was good.
Communicating as they went down the ice, double checking with each other on their assessment of the speed of that rock.
Normal. Oh. What was that? What was that time-wise?
8-5.
Okay.
So just getting set up here, so we didn't notice if they went into the rings intentionally. But because they did on that first rock,
Just a little hard. 8-5.
Bit of a feel the ice out. First end can be quite common with teams at this level.
Real close.
If the opportunity arises, they seem to not mind using the first end to get a feel of the sheet, get a feel of the different lines,
Good shot.
get comfortable, get their bodies loosened up, warmed up
Colton didn't throw those two very good.
before they
Colton, those
get
two
a little
very
more
good.
aggressive and start to take chances.
Hard. Ooh. Good throws.
So these historically are two very, very talented teams.
Like going here, Matty?
As I mentioned, at or near the top of the heap in Canada. So they would be playing typical of teams at that level.
I don't think it's quite normal, but
In a sense, very
It's close-ish,
particular
yeah.
about when and where they decide to get aggressive and take a few chances.
whoa! I got close.
Weight's good.
Whoa, early,
Down
whoa,
to
early,
the-
whoa.
We can wait.
Nitty gritty.
Line's good. Line's good.
Weight's good. Poppy.
Always
up here.
pat. Always pat.
It's all line.
Okay, pat when you can. Yep, go ahead, Pat. Okay. Go ahead, Pat. Go ahead. Throw him out.
That'll be a bit fresh.
So not surprisingly, we're seeing high levels of
Hack weight.
very clear communication, constant communication feedback loop. This is part of how these top level teams perform at that top level.
Yep. Whoa. Yep. Hard.
At this top level, they tend to have
Good
that
sweep.
high level of communication.
Control.
The more and the physical skills of teams at these top levels are virtually equal, so that it becomes
Yeah, Pete's, I don't know.
a mental game, a strategic game,
Yeah.
They're big. Yep.
and to be at that level, you need that
It's good.
high level of
Hard.
communication.
Go hard, Pat.
Constant feedback
Whoa.
loop,
Whoa.
constantly adjusting,
I got it. Good, Matty.
resulting in pinpoint accuracy and
Sure. That looks good, Matty.
getting their desired outcomes just a little bit more often than the teams that are just below.
Just seeing a hair squared. Is that feeling? Yeah.
What?
Feeling that? Yeah.
I thought he was a little hard.
You're just yeah.
Because you just call it control, right?
I think your slide line's really good.
Yeah. So I thought a little hard.
And I
but
thought on the first one you were just that much wide. Is that just
Probably
that
perfect
much?
weight.
I think you make it. I thought you were just that much wide. Yeah. No. That's all I saw.
Yep. Yep. Clean. Whoa. Clean. Clean. Clean.
Lineup
Yeah.
for Team Dunstone, same as their lineup of last year. Matt Dunstone at skip, PJ Neufeld at third, Colton Watt at second, and Ryan Harden at lead.
Nice toss. Very nice.
Try and roll your way.
Probably was a bit solid,
Yeah,
I think.
I
I didn't time it.
said to them,
Okay.
I said, for control, that looks like minimum, so I'm going to throw this harder than
Okay. Yeah, good throw.
figured it was going to be a little fresh.
I don't think doesn't seem to be as fresh as yesterday, or whatever was going on with yesterday. It seems a bit
Hair
better.
solid. Hair big.
Clean.
Hair big.
Yeah.
Clean.
You want to throw the
Hair
same
big.
weight for this roll?
Whoa!
Yeah, I like going the same way.
Team Epping lineup this year: John Epping, Matthew Cam,
Down,
Patrick
Craig.
Jansen.
Probably a little thinner.
this season. Jason Cam, he'd be the
Two-thirds
brother
is
of
close.
Matthew Cam, so that's
Yeah,
one
that's close.
alteration to their lineup.
The heck, because I brought
We
my
saw
foot
with
forward.
Mr. Epping last year.
I clipped, just as I was coming, I do it the odd time, but with my,
Jason
yeah, I
Cam
just
had
clipped
been,
when I come forward, I just clipped.
knocking heads with
the back of
Epping.
The back of my shoe just
He
clips
had
it,
his own team last year.
but that's okay. So, as long as the ice is good, just fix it. Just
But we
get
don't
it
know
to
the story
boom.
behind the
Just put it to the broom.
change and the addition.
Which you couldn't do the first day.
It makes sense that they reached out to
Yep.
Matt Cam's brother.
Yep.
Certainly he was skipping at a
Just clean. Just clean. Just clean. Just clean.
at a high level, so
see the ouch.
undoubtedly a quality addition at the lead position. In the modern game now, we see that there's a lot of similarities between skip and third as far as
It's probably
a lot of
minimum.
draw weight
Probably
shots.
could take a little more.
Be doing a game later.
Nice. Like it's
Later today, Team Casper
Pretty
out of the
predictable.
U.S. And last year when they were here, their skip was ill, so
Get a guard up.
it was their lead who skipped their team
Clean, clean.
last year.
Yeah.
So skill set's very similar. Any given game, it can be an exception, but generally skips and leads do throw a lot of draw weight shots. Seconds tend to get a lot of hits. Thirds, multi-dimensional. So we saw and we heard there was early mention of go for the blank. The way it played out, everything was visible. It was one half buried
All right.
rock around a quarter guard, but nobody seemed to have difficulty getting that out. And in the end, they did achieve the blank. Heard some discussion, slight differences in the feel and action of the ice. We heard the term fresh. And indeed, last night a game I did,
Two-thirds. Two-thirds tight.
the lines changed dramatically during the game between
We're just two-thirds.
N1 and N5. One particular line was curling hard early, and 5 and 4 ends later, it was running dead straight. So that relates
Very
to
nice.
the term fresh. When you begin on a sheet, pebbles
Shot
a little
peak.
crystal, more crystally on top. Nice and flat, not rounded off. Sharp rocks tend to really grab. And then as the rocks go over and
Line's good.
smooth out the top of those pebbles,
Line's good. A little bit of
the
room.
grab becomes
Little
less,
bit of room.
so will
Line's good.
Easy.
It's always Matt's
Not
rock.
curling.
Looks a bit heavy.
Okay.
14-2.
I got hard on the clock. You might want to go back here then. Okay. Yeah, you're there. Sorry. Yep. Makes room for
That was 14-2-5.
Okay.
My name
Yeah,
is
free-
Owen
walk it
Hayward.
on.
I've done a few of these games commentating this year, last year. My background as an ice maker for 15 years, certified competition coach. A little
Didn't curl at
better
all. It took a
understanding of
long
terminology regarding ice conditions.
Too close.
Hey, we're to it.
The behavior of
We're
ice
to it. Just line.
and how the conditions
Small bump.
tend to change throughout a game. Ice is a kind of a living, breathing thing.
Heavy.
It looks very static,
Shot, Pete.
but there are patterns that the ice changes throughout the game, depending on
Yeah, that's what we call it.
factors
Shot,
of
Pete.
heat, humidity.
Very nice.
The plant comes on and off based on sensors.
Some of the soft.
A little bit early.
Hard
The
early.
ice
Hard early.
surface warms up to a certain point. The sensors
Hard, Pat.
detect
Stay on
that.
it.
Line's good.
You got to go to get by.
plant
You got to go to
comes
get
on.
Stay on
by.
it.
So the refrigeration starts happening from below.
Yep, keep going.
Sweep your top
keep
button.
going, keep going. Try and get shot. Try and get shot. We don't need to curl. We don't need to curl. We don't need to curl.
Mild changes in the
Okay, good.
characteristics of how the ice is performing as all those things happen. Saw one game earlier in the event, dramatic change in speed because they were the last sheet out. So they lost that heat source of all the other
First thought was
curvers.
freeze, but I mean, I
Probably changed draw weight almost a full second hog to hog.
15-3.
So they were 15, mid 15,
we
15
shot?
and a half
18
for a
foot.
draw consistently throughout the game. All the other games ended. Players left.
you can call it
Ice
half round.
tightened up. Full second different. So both teams got caught by it a little bit.
There right now.
Came up about 8-10 feet short.
Wait's close.
both teams. So that tells you that it was the ice that had changed. And then shortly thereafter, they identified and made adjustments to the conditions.
Good shot,
A
Golden.
lot of these players at the high
Very nice.
level are curling just about every weekend.
Good spot.
Different surfaces, different clubs, different arenas. So they're highly
Good
attuned
speed. Now, what are you thinking?
to the subtleties of these
Okay.
changes. They're always on alert, trying to clarify and identify when and how their particular sheet
Probably playing that guard back now, I would think.
is behaving at a given moment.
Close. I think there right now. Wait's there right now. We can wait. Top four.
Line's good.
Top button. T.
Whoa, then, whoa, it's too deep. Too deep. Yeah, I got always go. Whoa,
14-5.
Go ahead, Jay. Whoa, whoa, whoa,
What's there?
whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, Pat.
We are on day 3, so both teams getting it dialed in.
Throw.
We anticipate a tight match here.
Oh. Pretty good. Pretty good.
Nice
Shot
raise back there. Shooter rolls a bit, so changes the look.
Forward.
Back.
Yeah, I really like the way.
See Team Epping is shot rock at the present time, but
Speed's good, Patty.
that raise and roll of the shooter, that changes the nature of this end.
Hair big. Hair big. Good board.
Yes.
Yep. Good board.
Yes. No worries. Probably just came down in that middle spot side.
There you go, Tim Dunstone. Became going to try and double these Epping rocks out.
Okay.
Club curls a bit of a dangerous. If you hit the wrong side,
Once it
you
really
jam
curled,
on
that
your
weight
own,
came
but
right off. Like,
no hesitation.
once it curled, that weight came right off.
I think he's got to go high.
But you were still bored.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Confident in hitting the right spot. So as long as they hit the right spot, the double is not a danger.
We got to go hard on this one. Oh.
A little more curl than they anticipated. So they do hit the wrong side. They hit
That's
it
okay. No worries. No problem.
enough so it didn't jam and just goes across the top of the back. So a little bit lucky there. Got to be good to be lucky and lucky to be good, as they say.
Forward.
Might be a little fresh here.
There again, we hear the term fresh. So they're telling each other we got to be prepared. This
Forward.
could catch some
Yep.
curl harder than
Whoa.
a line that has already been gone over.
Whoa. Jay. Good.
Very impressive, both teams. Just that high level of communication. Constant back and forth, assessing, reassessing. That's what gives these high level teams that ability to be so precise. More often getting the exact result they want than the teams that are just a cut below. Not an overly dangerous setup for Epping.
Yeah.
No.
It's a little quicker than that.
Is it a bit heavy?
Dunstone Rock,
Is it a bit heavy?
line shot, but in the back of the
What was
house.
the time on that?
Yeah.
The other at the top, out to the side. So lots of room to get to
I like the line.
middle still.
Little bit early.
Hair light, but close. We can go. Coffee. Just be right now. Yeah.
Line's good.
Coffee.
Whoa. Line's good.
Coffee. Gotta go.
Line's good. Looks light. Hard. I got really light. Hard. Hard. You got to beat this one.
Okay.
Got the line, they didn't have the weight.
If that's what you're seeing.
Epping is third rock.
I mean, I love the intern.
90% bury
You're
behind
a little
that
open, it's
guard,
better than
so
the
that's
out
going
if
to
you're
change
here.
this end quite a bit.
Probably tough to get to there with the out. Probably always going to get buried. Yeah. I think so. Anything under is really good. But push the 4 foot. I didn't want to be like biting 4 foot depth. I think it's best. That's pretty close, Matt. Probably looking for a 14-7, 14-8.
Effectively, that Penticton now becomes part of a double guard. So we saw Dunstone jump on that opportunity to go behind the double guard. Get one in above the tee line, probably biting the 4 foot or fully in the 4 foot, fully buried, and that will change this end. Epping does have a hammer, but by coming up short on that last rock, that really changes what's about to happen. Mr. Dunstone can get buried in around that double guard. It's more than likely lead to a potential force of a single. That being said,
Line's good.
Fully buried, and Mr. Epping can run red on
Little bit of room.
blue onto shot rock. Then a
Little bit of room.
might come back into play here.
Just for weight. Got room.
That's
always
why we
Pete's
tune in
rock.
and watch.
Always,
Who will
you don't want to be
execute
T-line, above the tee.
at
Little
the
bit, little bit,
critical
little bit, little
moments.
bit. Hard, 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 hard. Okay.
Beautiful weight. Precisely the depth they were looking for. Did not quite get the finish.
Hack.
Probably see half that rock at least from the hack,
15-1-5 there.
rather than needing to do a raise.
Yeah, I just gassed it on you a bit.
15
Here,
on
wait,
the dot.
15-1-5
It's
there.
going to allow Mr. Epping to deal
Hack
with
late.
the rock
roll,
directly.
to the edge of the floor.
Okay.
I mean, actually, really, just rolling shots good.
Okay.
Looks
Even if it's
to be
8 foot, but you want to be almost
Put the guard in play if you want.
back line weight, maybe hack weight.
Like kind of hit it and stay there. Does have this for 2. So I don't think we'll be able to just pick it out. Stays there.
Hack. Hair quiet.
Hair quiet.
Yeah. Quiet.
Just
For
through.
Mr. Epping, their goal is to be shot.
Just through.
This rock is curling, going to come
Just
close
through.
to that guard. Yeah. We're not able to hold it with
Whoa, whoa! Whoa!
That clip wasn't the end of the world. It promoted the
Guarding the 7.
rock that had been light on the previous shot for their team into third. So now they are lying
Yeah, but that's
third
going-
and fourth.
That's going a bit over top.
Yeah, he's got a nose.
Like that's a guess. That's a guess.
Guess we gotta leave him that one, eh? Just throw a guard on this. That for 1. I don't think there's a world where you can.
It's not super. It's a bit of a guess as well. I see him probably drawing. I don't think he's gonna put it. Yeah, I mean, in a perfect world, you put it here, but that might
Yeah, it might make it easier.
make it easier if you're here.
Yeah.
As long as you don't think he can do this.
Sorry.
If he hits it high side at all, it'll go over top.
I don't think that's there. And even if it is there, the 2's gonna fly. Like,
Yeah, I like throwing the guard.
straight guard.
Yeah. Like had here for your draw, Maddie.
Oh yeah.
Oh, what? Sorry.
The chess on ice analogy seems apropos for these two teams, the way they're communicating. We heard as
No.
the Epping team was shooting, we heard Jay Neufeld, Matt Dunstone discussing options depending on the outcome of Epping's shot. So they're planning ahead already before their opponent even finished shooting.
Little for line if you can. Hard line. Okay, line's good. Line's really nice. Line's good. Little bit, little bit, little bit, little bit, little bit. Good sweep, guys.
Yeah, that's good. Split the tee. What's that? No. Sadly.
So force is on. Needs a good chunk of the button here, so big success for
close
Running
Dunstone
hot though, like it's running.
on the force. Rock is out there. It really needs to curl as it comes in.
Looks heavy still, but
It is curling really hard at the end.
Nice curl.
Just a little out. The weight was good. The break was just a tad later than they had
Jesus
hoped.
Christ.
Yeah, 1.
So a steal of 1 and 2. Dunstone stole. So there we go, folks. 2 ends in. A steal of 1 for a score of 1-0 after 2 ends for Team Dunstone. These guys are focused, so the score hasn't been posted. I can't see if they did post the blank with Mr. Epping standing in front of the scoreboard. If it moves around a little more, I can confirm that they are focused and nobody has actually posted the blank and the score of 1 yet. I'm sure that will happen. All these competitors are asked to promptly post their scores on the board so statisticians can post it on the various websites where you can follow along or pick up these live streaming feeds. But indeed, they do become very focused. Sometimes they forget to get those scores up on the scoreboard.
It's grabbing a little. It's grabbing a little.
Not a big deal. Well,
I think you gotta go. Take a look. It's not curling a ton. Line's good. Always Matt. But, good shot.
I felt really grabby at halfway.
Pretty good. Just line right now. Weight's close.
Top 4.
Hard. Bouncing a little. Bouncing. Line.
Hard.
Shot.
Line's good.
so I will say that this is the
Line's
feature
good.
sheet.
Easy, Matt. Line's good.
Top
Easy.
quality matchup. It's
Line's
very
great. Line's no bounce. Hot.
14-8-8 there.
I would say it's a
14-8-8.
treat to do this sheet with all the players mic'd. There's less for me to do. We get to hear.
Still might make it a
inside their
double the high
mind.
side
We
way.
get to hear their back and forth communication. So that really allows us all to get a kind of direct play-by-play between the
Can you go?
chatter between teammates and the visual
What are you going?
of
Control.
what's actually happening. Makes my job a lot easier. Beautiful double there. Team Dunstone. Well-controlled rock. A little bit of hard sweeping in at the end after the curl started to break, and they held it well.
Yeah, weight was really nice.
Team Dunstone seems to be
on
early this morning.
Sounded like I maybe needed to curl it at the end, but
As we saw in N2, just that one rock coming up 2 feet light on Team Epping did lead to the potential force, which in the end turned out to be a steal of 1. So, yes, just those little
shot.
This though, the slight little errors that do tend to lead to scores and advantages for one team or the other.
Hawkweed.
Not a lot of wiggle room at this level of curling.
Throw.
Weight's cold. Weight's good.
Once again, just enough curl. We saw them curling for sweeping for curl near the end. They managed to have it curl just enough.
Yeah, they just jacked there.
Totally across the face, but across enough that it the impacted rock just slid by the other Dunstone rock in the house. So
Nice.
tight lines, they got it done.
Board.
Middle up.
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. Whoa.
Middle up.
Great shot.
Oh, a nice hit and roll under. Now that rock is in a
Chip
good
bars
place
and roll
for Team
behind.
Epping.
On the weight.
Yeah.
The Dunstone shot rock effectively comes back into
Yeah, I like that, back
make a
eight.
play on that, so
Speed should be fine here.
very quickly skip man Dunstone identifies that, so he's going to want to lie 2. He wants to tap his curved shot rock on a little bit of an angle, effectively putting its shot rock in behind the double guard. We see more curl than they expected on this line. They do get by the center guard, even though they wanted to move their shot rock. They got a bit of a break there. Curled so much around that center, it moved the well-positioned Epping stone out into the wings.
It's like
so
easy peel.
a bonus success from that Dunstone. Got to be lucky to be good to be lucky. And that would be a perfect example of that. Club level, we'd call that a plan B shot. So that really dramatically changed this end. Boom, 2 shots, everything just changed all of a sudden.
Make this roll.
Team Epping has 2 in the house. Level as far as depth, good separated, so good likelihood of the ability to score a deuce after giving up that tough steal 1 in N2. Trying to hit and roll behind cover. Just a tad more curl
Sweet.
and hope for. So they roll briefly behind cover and then out the other side.
Maybe a little bit more positive. That draw stuff, I guess.
clearly now Team Epping want to remove that rock, roll away, get some separation on their 2 rocks in the house. Make it as difficult as possible for
Control!
Team Dunstone to do a double.
Control!
Hard, gotta go.
Just curling early.
Go really hard, Pat.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Do manage to not disturb.
Okay, good.
Okay.
And there's
ripping
another
this
lucky
double.
to be good, good to be lucky. So they wanted to
Yeah.
roll the other way, but they rolled right behind. Not
Half's good.
totally a
Thin
freeze.
half.
There's only about 2-inch gap there. So
Let's throw on that peel.
for a fellow like Dunstone, as long as he hits the right spot, the double would be fairly easy. But if he gets a little over curl, he could jam one of them. So even though they rolled the other way from their desired, it did roll to a pretty good spot. If Mr. Dunstone is able to
Center? Probably. And it's
make
hard to
this
get
double,
around.
we'll probably see Mr. Epping
Good enough, I think. Yeah, exactly.
come around that lone center guard and try to get a skip's deuce.
Whoa. Whoa.
Lot of heat.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
But mission accomplished. Shooter rolls out. Oh, no.
Very nice throw. I'd love to throw a draw like where if he throws the out turn,
I guess with the
He
amount
could
of
jam
curl
on
Mr.
that.
Epping has decided it's not much
if
point
he can jam on this and be shot raw.
going around that lone
Yeah, like
mid-center guard.
no,
So he's going to peel it
I'll
off.
show you.
He feels like he'd rather
Thinking like here.
get the blank, start again. See if he can't
Okay, you're good.
create more opportunities, more and better opportunities to get a deuce.
It should be close.
Matt Dunstone now, he's going to try and put a rock over in front of that backing on the right-hand side. That rock does appear to be out by more than a rock, so it's unclear if a rock jammed on that. I guess really might not jam on it, but might hit it and careen back into a biter. So
You just can't capitalize.
with no other options, it's worth a go to try and position it where it might end up haunting the Epping team.
Line's good.
Player, okay.
And it's a good opportunity
Kind of like back 8 depth.
for him to feel his draw
Line's real
weight
nice. Want to be back 8.
and get an idea of this line.
To my broom. Line's perfect. Yep. Whoa, 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 whoa. Shot, Matt. Very nice.
Yeah.
Let's say that's pretty good. Trying to get in the head of it. Yeah, I mean, anything draw-wise is going to curl. You could pretty much be positive on anything draw-wise. Hits are a little bit more gradual. I think this in-turn you'll have to be positive. Got good curl there. This out-turn's a bit more gradual, right?
Clean. Clean. No, you're good. Whoa, whoa!
There you go, 3 ends in,
I can end.
2 blanks.
You betcha. Probably.
1 single stolen point in the second. Oh, a very tight match. end underway. Shout out to sponsors for the respective teams. Team Dunstone, sponsored by Coyote, Makwa 7, Royal LePage, Rogan Fire and Safety, Hardline, Huron Windows Corporation, Cutler and Buck, the law office of Jasmine Gassy Harnden. For Team Epping, sponsors for their team are Small Living, Grounded Engineering, Batano Patch and Seal, Total Epoxy, Lost Villages Brewery, Epic Ale, spelled EPPIC. Obviously a shout out to Mr. Epping himself, the Unifor Local 414, XTN, Tremco.
Probably threw it harder than that.
Hammond on HI.
Good throw.
Looking at the team's stat sheets. Epping on average just a tad older.
Hard early. Hard early.
Respective ages 40, 36, 33, and 29.
Hard, Pat. Gotta go.
Matt himself 28, Colton 28.
Just bite the 8.
Whoa,
BJ and Ryan both 37.
If we do, we're going to be out.
Two wily veterans and
Yeah.
two fellows in the prime, in their prime. And indeed, most of us know Mr. Dunstone, very prominent in Canadian curling in the last few years. Lost last year's Brier final. The year before that, lost the semifinal. So he's right there.
No, I just saw him.
I know Matt personally. He curled on my ice
T-line!
loops for a couple of seasons.
T-back 4.
So we know he
T-line.
wants to be right on the top of that mountain.
T.
He's been so close, you could almost taste it. Most of us who follow curling can see and realize he's right there.
Very nice.
I don't think he wants to.
Curling's a game of inches.
That's all 4?
Great job, Pete.
So he
Gave me
just
a lot
wants to
more
get
ice.
that final inch, obviously. He's not the only one, but he has shown the Canadian curling community he's right there poised. Obvious threat
Line's good.
in any
Easy.
event. In
It's
any
going to run
game.
straight or longer.
Easy.
Looks heavy, looks heavy.
Whoa.
Very often curling against
Gotta curl a mile.
the best
Matt,
of
go
the
ahead.
world.
Yeah, I got to get to it, Matt. Go. Help him, Pat. Okay, straight. Yeah, really.
Beautiful.
How that stopped like that.
Beautiful freeze by Team Epping. They're in behind. Effectively a double guard. They're frozen on the button with backing, so it's a big success. Going back to
that's what I had to
quality of curlers, so this event is one of the top events on the pro circuit in Canada now, particularly for those that are in curling club settings as opposed to arena settings. $100,000 purse. We have 12 of the top 24 ranked teams in the world here. Event sponsor,
Top
Brad
4.
and Annette Wood.
Top 8.
New Floors Penticton, who everybody's grateful to for supporting this event, helping establish the event with a rationale of bringing in the best in the world, enticing them with that big purse, and thus giving the best of BC
You want to try and get to the
an
nose?
opportunity to play against the best in the world. This gives them an opportunity
14-6 on theirs.
see
I thought
where
that
they
was weird. It
stack
looked
up
weird from our end.
against the best of the world, identify
Yeah.
where they need to make their improvements. So they too can join the pack up at the top of the world rankings. So a wonderful event, a successful event. Now, this is the 7th year. There may be an asterisk on that 1 year was actually lost to COVID. But word on the street, very popular with the players. I know Russ Howard, the living legend, has been here just about every year, if not every year. Very complimentary of the event.
Back 8! Back 12!
Chris Jones does a lovely job
Back 12!
with the ice. Partner Kathy Jones, who was the manager for the first couple of years when they
Back 8!
started running this club.
Where do you want it?
Yep. Okay, Pat. No, it's good.
Does a tireless job helping organize
Not the
this
end of the world
event.
at all.
The amount of work, particularly setting up all the streaming, they've expanded. I
gotta make
believe
some
first year
gravy.
was 1 or 2 sheets now. Live streaming on 4 sheets.
Okay.
It was perfect.
Coordinated volunteers on
the
the
other cams
door,
over here.
volunteers on the parking lot. We have a nice young squad from the local high school running the lunch counter this year. More variety of choices. Volunteers on the cameras, volunteers on the commentating,
Hard.
volunteers on the ice crew. A big shout out to Brad and Annette Wood, Kathy and Chris Jones, and all the volunteers that make these events the joy they are for us as curling fans and also for the participants.
Just good solid through.
They are well fed
You were back 8 on that one.
when they come to Penticton.
Chuckle.
Solid through! Weight's good! Short of the hat!
Working hard to make a curl, successfully doing so. They do get the rock out they wanted. They left a pretty good potential double.
Very different throw.
Matt Dunstone
Yeah, I like that.
puts his finger on the nose, lets BJ know he wants to hit it right on the nose. And that would be a successful double if they achieve that spot on the rock.
Hard.
There we go, just a tad across the nose instead of the double, they get the jam. So that pleases Mr. Epping. So that's the difference at this level, an inch or two here or there. Makes all the difference in the world. It's high level curling.
Bad hits.
Hair quiet?
Hair
quiet,
wants
board.
to get
Board!
two nose or just
Board.
across nose.
Yeah,
They clip
go.
their own rock at the back, but don't set up a double.
Hard, Jay.
Don't get much curl, so they're gonna
got a
hit
lot of
and
rolls.
roll off.
Even him.
Does it stop in time to lay 2?
It's good.
It does. This end looking fairly positive for Mr. Epping again. The depth difference of these two rocks is 6 to 8 inches different, so it's quite flat. But these guys would have the ability to throw the velocity needed to hit the spot to potentially get a double.
Yeah.
Your typical club curlers wouldn't have the ability to
Yeah,
be
3/4
accurate and to
is what
throw
you're trying to
the
hit.
hard enough to
Just make that.
make this double.
Yeah, I think that's the play.
Certainly somebody like
Yeah.
Mr. Neufeld
Sure.
does have those skills. By the broom indication there, even they
Control
think
weight. Stroll over there a
probably,
bit.
oh, they're not even going to try for the double. They just want to move their rock over near it. So there's a good chance if Mr. Epping takes it out, what's left might provide a more makeable double for Team Dunstone.
Yep.
On its way, control weight.
Whoa.
They're on, they're off. It is curling. They did let it curl a little bit more than they wanted to, I think. Fine lines out there, fine lines. They do roll a bit toward
You like the same weight?
current shot rock. But I'm sure Mr. Epping's pretty pleased. Now they do want to get across the
Here.
face.
Finally,
Here,
a good
here.
slide on it for you.
There it shows the range of where he'd like to roll to. Pretty sure he doesn't really want to roll right directly behind that high center guard. 'Cause
Yeah.
that
Yep.
might
You gotta go really hard.
entice
Hard.
Team
Okay.
Okay.
Dunstone to freeze down to it, but none of that is an issue.
Sure. Yeah, whatever you like.
A little narrow right under
I like
the
firm.
hand.
Yeah, I like firm.
A little bit of frustration.
I think it'll curl a bit. Like, I think you can give yourself like here.
Back and forth. Momentarily, it was looking good for Team Epping. Now the pressure's on, and it looks like a situation for a force by Team Dunstone. There is that center guard. Mr. Epping potentially could still try to create a skip's deuce, but we've seen his call so far. He's playing it close to the vest, and my guess is he'll accept the situation, not throw
Yep,
added risk.
yep.
He doesn't want to give up another steal, so
Whoa.
he's probably going to have to accept the force. And
Did we just draw here?
Let's see him. You want to go around top
We're
eight?
forced anyways.
Is that
Shut up.
Make the draw, make
that
the
might
play
be
the
our
chase.
best option. Go around top eight. Okay.
Better than an open net.
so there you go.
Not sure.
We are in the fourth
like going
end,
top
so
eight, or-
Looks like it.
Go around top eight?
mildly surprised, but
I like
he's
both
going
Okay, leaves
to
me a double.
still
What do you
see
think?
if he
He'll be
can
able to chase no matter what.
create
He's full 8. I'd like to throw this out to the
Deuce.
draw if we're comfortable with the weight.
Like no.
by going around
wider
that center
than
guard.
Like I need to hear more,
I
Matty.
think Pete's guard was
So
a
you
bit
just
of a
want full 8?
product of being a
Just
bit wide.
nibble four is fine, but I just
Yep.
gonna be
Out
able
of the
to
rock.
chase it.
Okay. No problem.
I mean, that rock slid into the house in the first end. So,
So there
I
you
mean,
heard
I'm not sure if it's a rock.
Mr.
It may
Epping
be
himself.
more a fact that he got out wide.
Express the rationale.
Close, not
He
there.
wants to entice
There right now, we can wait.
Matt
Oh, he's pretty
Dunstone
decent
to
chance
chase
he
Yeah,
gets
the
we
the
can
shot.
wait. Top 4.
Looks like
On
a,
its own.
a bit up. Maybe not too much. He's got a lot of curl
Ball line,
to do in.
Let's get as buried
Now
as
it
we can.
has broken. A little bit of encouragement.
Easy.
And indeed, he puts a beauty in there. It is well buried, so
Or just a,
his
or just a
goal of
practice.
enticement.
Yeah, that's what you're seeing. Yeah. Okay.
Indeed, Mr. Dunstone is enticed.
Ah, sorry.
Yeah, and I mean, even
Now
something
that
like
guard
this.
is fairly high,
Yeah. At least we changed.
curled enough. I don't know if you can see an inch from the hack.
Right, I
It
wouldn't
did
be going too much more.
come out the
Yeah, I
other
think that's
side,
good.
as it were, just a pinch.
Okay.
So that has changed the angle of attack.
That line.
Changes the line. He's going to come from
Yeah.
the other side to try and,
It's got to probably draw. But you're hoping he gives me something.
by the broom, we're going to guess backline weight. He'd like to move that out of the rings, and that would bring in the force for Mr. Epping. So we shall see. First little bit of pressure that Mr. Epping has been able to put on the Dunstone team here. New lines for the Dunstone team. Room selection based on an educated guess.
Whoa! Whoa! Skip! Skip!
Seem happy out of the head.
Hard! Whoa! Whoa! Colton! Hard Colt! Hard
Fantastic
Colt!
shot here.
Hard Colt!
Very nice shot.
Made it look easy.
Yeah, I think so.
Or DJ Neufeld, he saw it when it broke. And he got those sweepers on. They held it well.
Great toss.
Got the result. Force on. Full 4-foot for a single for Mr. Epping. He just threw this shot. Always nice to throw the same shot twice in a row. You know the line, you know the weight. But there is pressure. There's 4 rocks in those rings, 2 of them biting the 4-foot. A little bit of an error, and you could give up
Exact same kick.
a steal too. So
I
pressure
know,
on
I
the
thought you
sweepers
threw
on
one
these
bottom
shots.
too.
To judge
Closer.
properly,
Yeah, maybe back
sweep
button
accordingly.
Right now. Back button right now.
Back and forth, confirming to each other where it is. Well judged, well thrown. Tad deep. I believe it stopped in time. It's definitely got one of them beat. We'll look at the overhead.
Just different throws.
It's very close. We may see a measure here.
I think my
Definitely
first
got
one's a hair slower.
one of
you
them
guys,
beat.
but
What do you think?
This one's out.
Because that thing
I
just
thought
doesn't
that
want to stop.
I thought that should have been middle post.
Yeah, I got the same kick from you too. And
Is it steal one for sure, or is it?
I think that one was the one that was ruled out.
I'll throw a stick on it.
Okay.
There we go.
'Cause I
Close
thought
enough
when
for a
you're
measure.
not getting- okay. I thought it was really.
My
thought you were fine.
I think they
I was still
stopped in
cleaning it,
time.
based on that. Based on that.
Yeah,
I think Epping's going to get one, so we'll
So what do
see.
What do you think?
Going by the
I think either
overhead
your 5
shot.
was a little sticky, but I mean, I carved your 5 there, and it went exactly where we thought. That one surprised me. I'm
Looks
thinking
to
that
me
one's
like
straighter
the
and
blue
quicker.
is close to what I would call a quarter in
Pretty
the
sure it's
4-foot.
Yeah,
The
that one
red
surprised
looks
us
to be about
twice.
a fifth in, but
5 Rock hasn't surprised us.
these guys know what they're doing. If they can't determine by eye, then we can presume it's quite
I've only
close.
thrown peels with it and then 2 draws.
And
That's what's tough. I haven't thrown
Could be a
it
bit of a
halfway.
turning point
Proposed
here.
draws
It's
surprised us.
either tie it up or a 2-point deficit for Mr.
So should we
Epping.
ditch
So
that then? Probably?
this level of courage, that's
Past
a
the
big
halfway
difference.
point.
I can take it. My 8 Rock seems fine.
Well, maybe I'll take one of Pat's.
Whoa. Waste of timer.
There you go. So
It's us. I think we're gonna get
Give myself
rid
a
of,
pat on the back for still having that
I
eagle
never
eye.
thought I was heavy, but no. But remember in the second end, my
the
draw,
Epping
I
Stone
didn't
does
stop.
stop in time.
The one that guys
They score the
pulled
single,
us up to the
tie
back
this
eight.
game up.
Or back 12 or 4, sorry. Like I thought that.
So it's still game on.
You guys were a little worried out of my hand. So that should make sense. Sorry, I'm not
Really
getting
tight,
anything.
close
That's what
game
I thought.
here. It's
Have you
what we
seen that?
anticipated.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So do you want me to take?
No great big risks.
I think you take one and maybe
All the
pass one to
scoring
him and
so
I'll
far
take yours.
has been based on very
So you should
small
take my 8, because I think 8's fine. I'll take his 6.
You are on the center.
You want
misses,
over 6 or
as
you want
it
your
were.
I
5?
think so.
misses
I
by
think
an
it's
inch or
6.
2,
Yeah.
Yeah.
or makes
That's
by
surprising both
less
times.
than an inch. As
I
we
think
saw
8's
in that
fine.
point there.
I don't
for
love
Mr.
that.
Epping.
Yeah.
I think that last
Give him 3.
2 feet of glide a little bit surprised the Epping sweepers.
Their middle's not
Based
playing
on
very
their-
good.
Then you're waiting
so
for
I'd
the
like to try and
Post-shot
pressure on them.
commentary with each other.
Keep my 4 then, you'll take my 8? Yeah. Because I think 8's fine. I think 4 is curling a little bit more.
here.
I'll just throw this like it's normal. Yeah.
Discussion from the Epping team on the rocks. So we heard there's going to be a switch. 4 rock and the 8
good.
rock.
Should be there.
Sounds like they're going to give
Should be there.
the number 4 rock to the skip. They weren't happy
Curling now.
on the behavior of that 8 rock. It's just going much
rock's
further
great.
than they thought.
Attaboy. Very good.
16, 7, 8.
So there's some of their fine skills at this level. Is it the shooter? Is it the ice?
Run a little
Or
quicker.
is it the rock?
Yeah.
Most club
Thought
curlers
that was there.
T-line.
have the
Hard line.
physical skills to know if it was them or the ice or the rock. But these guys, they really
T-line.
have
Behind
their
the tee.
attention to everything going on out there. So if they make a switch, that means they've
Oh, it's almost through the hole.
firmly assessed that it is a rock difference situation.
Probably.
Center line guard went up.
What was it? Really?
Dunstone team went around.
Blank's not good. I think you got to throw another one.
I don't like to.
Blank isn't really great.
The Epping team goes much deeper, I would think, than they had hoped.
You
See
guys
how
want
much curl there
same
was.
speed
They
out of my
came
hand
in on
then,
the
or do you
left
want
side of
less?
that guard, and
Like,
they
is
are
that much faster?
curled out the other side by
Okay.
a foot or more.
Okay.
And then we just heard Mr. Epping, he's not interested in a blank by anybody. Based on we're in the 5th end, so he says, well, let's
It'll be
try to
room.
steal
It'll
here.
always be curl, guys.
Line's
He
great.
wants a score in this end, whether
Line's
it's
really
steal or
good.
It'll
force.
always be curl.
Line's really good.
Force wouldn't be the end of the world.
Line's great. Pat a little bit if you can.
A little.
He would get
Little
hammer
roll.
in N6.
That's
and
great, Jay.
effectively,
Good shooting,
all
bud.
things being equal, he would have the potential to have 2 hammers to
right, bite the 4 foot.
Dunstone's 1 hammer with 3 ends to go and down a point. Well, at the pro level, that's a situation that most teams would be happy with.
Lane. That's not there.
Top 8.
There he goes, successfully gets up that
Gotta go for weight.
guard. Both teams can use it.
He gets a lot of curl on that intern.
So there you go. The players said it for me.
Keep going, keep going, keep going.
That intern
Well,
has a
that's
lot
good,
of curl.
that's good, that's good.
That's basically what they said, and
Shot
I would
peak.
agree. I was thinking
Leads throwing 4-6.
of
Remember that.
commenting on that myself.
Leads throwing 4-6 here.
What are we doing
So
here?
they
Join?
do get it in there.
Remember that for next game.
They're not quite biting the 4.
Good shot, Pete.
Does curl out a
Very
little
nice.
bit
It's good depth.
to the other side, but this is kind of what Mr. Epping was hoping for. They have an opportunity here,
I didn't see
what
heavy.
I
but-
call
Too
opportunity rock.
Weight's good.
They can
Tee.
put a beautiful rock in
Tee.
there exactly
Line's
where
good.
they want. They're gonna have
Line's good. Top 4.
a
Whoa.
chance of taking a steal here.
Line's good.
Line's good.
Okay. Whoa, looks here.
Weight's good. The finish is there. Doesn't come out the other side.
Good shot.
Double rip.
Really good.
Double rip
Is
the
in
guard.
the back 4,
Our
so
line.
wise
Our
shot
line.
shrinks the scoring zone.
Just rip the guards. What's that?
Even though
Yeah,
Mr. Epping doesn't want a blank,
Roll for a
even
corner.
though there's a double center guard and 3 rocks in the rinks. Mr. Dunstone wouldn't mind a blank if he's not going to get a deuce. And these fellows have the ability to move granite like nobody's business. So things can change dramatically. Oh, just
Okay.
missing the double peel. Just.
Not bad.
So there's that half-inch.
Think Same.
Half-inch more curl. They make
You like
that
the same shot
double
or do you like
peel.
here?
I like welding ours.
So slight
This rock's okay?
slight
This rock you're throwing is good?
differences in impact point. And still
Throw same
on.
weight.
Might have something good on our top red here.
I was going to say, despite all those rocks, the blank might come into play, but with that miss of the double peel, I think we're more than likely going to see a score of something here.
Hard!
I got less press.
Whether it be
Less
a
press
steal
for sure.
or a force
Hard
or
line.
a multi-point
Gotta go hard line.
score for either team.
Weight's close.
Hard line!
Wait, good. Hard, Matt. You gotta go. Top one, John.
Whoa then, whoa!
Been
Top
no
four.
super dramatic shots or changes in this game.
I should have kept thinking that.
You can feel
You're on the beat
tension.
there, Colt. Just through.
So a little rub off. Once again, that just slight, an inch or two here or there. So now instead of being double buried, there is an opportunity for Team Dunstone to swing this end around and move those rocks back and or out. Y2 undercover. Colton Watt makes a beauty.
Shot, Colton.
Control momentum back to the Dunstone team. Back and forth we go. Anticipated a tight game. We're getting a tight game. Body language of Mr. Epping. It's a whole new ball game. He's not quite sure exactly what he wants to do. Matt Cam now heading down. Gonna have a discussion.
Just half? Yeah, we need a third to make this double. Yeah, no, I know. I'm just trying to think of, like, what else we can nose. Yeah. Yeah. Play the little hit and roll with control. Wow, I don't know if control you can go enough to jam. Could try to. Okay. I just don't know if it gets over the top, but it might. But you want to say it goes over? It'd be nice if it opened it up. Well, not really. No. Do you like that or no? Oof. I like this, boys.
So there we see a sort of example of the modern style of curling teams. A lot of consultation.
There's a jam over there.
In the end,
Third.
Mr. Epping
You have to
does
hit him pretty thick to do that.
Okay.
kind of make his choice of the options discussed.
Possible,
Wants
but-
to keep his shooter happy. We heard that. Wants the shooter to something that they believe in. Now, contrasting old school, your skips used to be commander-in-chief. They made the decision. They didn't consult much.
Hard!
In the end, they make a beauty, get the double. There's the swing back. Now Epping is 1 and 2. Mr. Dunstone wants a perfectly placed draw around. But going back to styles, so we still have examples of the old style, depending on context.
Yeah, really nice
in
here.
this
It's
event,
15 seconds, I think.
Team Brent Pierce, he's got a new rink this year. He's a super talented, wily veteran, and he's got 3 young guys that he's assembled for his team this year. And doing a game with them the other day, he's a bit more the old school. He's the commander-in-chief. He doesn't do
Room.
a ton of consulting. He does tell
Room.
his team what he's doing, why he's doing it, his assessments. He gathers information, their opinions, especially the front end, on verifying what weight, what different lines are running for speed. But definitely more of an old school style because of the context. It's a new team. He's got 3 youngsters. They've got great skills, but he's got that wisdom of the ages.
Control.
Former prior champion was Greg McCauley as
14-5?
third in around 2000.
Fuck does that curl?
And they also went on to win the world. So
Thought I got it out wide enough.
very accomplished curler. Big skills.
They're quiet.
So the young guys there have no problem with that. They recognize his experience. And they want him to be happy, so they're content to.
Whoa!
I would think they're flattered that they were asked to curl
Good.
with him. And that's a little
Do you
bit
hate
more
freezing
of an
that
old
with the
school
same turn?
style of commander-in-chief and the workers
Shot.
below.
Shoot.
First thought was freeze with the same
But
turn.
most
yeah.
of these teams now are the modern
Yeah, I know.
model.
Other side of the GM.
A
Yeah.
lot of incorporation of the entire
Yeah, and if
team
I'm
into
light, then you just top 4.
shot
Never
selection
did.
and strategy.
Just with the right speed too. Like it's kept like it's not like it was flying.
So we saw
You
the
just-
Dunstone
Oh, I think we're trying
draw
to freeze
with
it. The one
tad
you just
deep
threw.
that allowed.
Oh, okay. Are we just
come
going full
around,
4?
Get rid of it.
One of those
Just
speed
full
delays
4?
away from me.
And now
Okay.
Dunstone has that backing, so that's the change from the previous shot. So they're going to try and draw in, be shot rock, be that much more difficult to remove as long as it doesn't curl out the other side for a peekaboo view.
Okay, we're off then. We got to move.
We're going to assume they've made the adjustment on line,
Line's
knowing
back.
that as one of their curlers stay, it sure curls hard on
Line's
that
Line's good!
side.
Yeah, he's just practice. He's just freezing.
There you go. They're coming close to that guard. The weight looks good. It might poke out a little, and indeed does poke out that other side a little more, but so much that he's got the
Tap tap.
Oh,
Oh,
fucking
or
insane,
even tap
man,
tap
how
on
much
the
that
nose. It's not
curls.
bad. Okay. Yeah. What are you seeing then for weight? Like solid through?
backing
Or?
makes this a difficult shot. Does he throw heat, or does he try to get across the face and not worry about getting it out of the rings and more worry about where his shooter ends up?
Okay. What are you seeing, huh?
And then we did here
Okay. Edge of the 4.
a superlative
Picking it?
describing the curl on that line as
Seeing hack on the nose.
insane.
That same intern tap that you
Try and keep the
It's
angle.
a few times now that we've heard the teams
just chisel it a bit.
comment on
Do we ever
the
just
amount
peel
of
it?
curl
Yeah, I think so.
coming in from the left
Well, yeah, I get that. Yeah.
as the rock curls to the right into the button.
Okay, never mind.
The nature of the curl of these rocks were sharpened right before the event. So every rock, every sheet, and every club has a sort of
I think it'll
style.
curl.
Some rocks
I think
and
it'll
sheets,
curl.
there's a gradual curl. These tend to
Hair solid!
go straight for their draws. And then
Whoa!
as the weight comes off, there's a dramatic
Whoa!
hook of a curl
Whoa!
at the end. No,
Whoa!
nothing gradual. So there you go.
He's yelling like we're missing it.
Good.
Now on this side, they didn't quite get the curl they wanted.
Great weight.
Net result, they're in a good position in front of the Dunstone rock, but Dunstone remains shot rock
You could.
by about an inch and a half.
Right.
Thanks.
Once again, not easy
I think if you're
shots.
trying to move it, I think it's the out turn because the in turn, I don't think there's not enough space. Like, just try and make the roll under.
No.
Get this
No, I
to
was
kind of
just-
go there, this to here. Is that what you're kind of thinking?
They've made that draw perfect, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I like that. It just kind of opens up the forefoot for you.
Pretty good spot, even if he makes the draw.
I think a little bit
Hit
more.
that roll, like it
Yeah.
can go under. Yeah. careful not to leave us easy. So that's what
Yeah,
we do.
third with like here is good.
Yeah.
The difference in curl on these two lines is
Back four,
dramatic
trying
enough
to third.
that
Half is
despite where those rocks
decent result.
lie,
Or low. A hair low would have been fun too.
we heard BJ Neufeld and Matt Dunstone actually consider the intern. Now BJ did think that the rock was a bit too high, so they are going to come from the right-hand side in. Throw is not as dramatic, but they do want to get across the nose.
think a shade more.
They're not looking to remove everything, but they do want to end up shot. With an absolute pistol, they might still lie two. Scoring zone getting smaller for whoever. Quietly high tension. This is a high tension game.
Get.
Not positive the exact standings, but I do think there's a bit more pressure on Team Epping that kind of needs this a win out of this game. Beyond, I think the Dunstone team has one loss, but I do believe they're sitting better in the standings. Best laid plans. So even though
Disaster.
there's consensus on the difference in curl, that one curled in from the right-hand side more than they expected. And then we heard someone on the Dunstone team say disaster. Why disaster? They didn't move the blue much. And boy, did they create a nice pocket for Mr. Epping to come down to. So he can get into shot
Same as the
rock
last two draws.
on that button.
You want me right on the can, or
He's got a really good chance to steal. So once again, just small errors at this level is what leads to points and swings of momentum.
Hoping he's
a lighter
Not-
kick.
not,
Lighter
you
kick.
know,
Well, then.
errors of, and I use the term
Wait, it's
error
close.
loosely here,
top button right now? It's close.
millimeters of inches.
Top button. A little. We gotta go.
Just
Beauty
just
of-
wait.
We're there.
Play the wait.
And treat of watching
Right to them.
teams at
Right
this
to them.
level.
Little bounce.
Good.
So there you go, covering the pin, has backing. Looks like Mr. Dunstone will be able to move it enough to
I mean, you could for sure score.
get right to nose it.
Debatable. If you just
He
absolutely
can get
paper this,
1 point.
you maybe get two. Right? With the end, yeah, 100%. Tons of curl there. I think you need to be like back eight.
Sugar.
Oh, I'll just take the right ice.
We're dealing with a very small scoring zone now.
You're pretty close there, Matt.
Steal.
Back eight. Maybe it
Yeah. it's not-
shade more. Knows we score.
Sorry, I didn't see heavy at all.
Son of a beast. Oh, boy.
You can see back 8 weight they're calling for. So that broom is a lot tighter than the draw.
Yep.
Side does finish hard. So I'm going to anticipate a bit of screaming on the sweepers here. Make sure they get by that center guard. I've been watched a ton of curling in my day, being an ice maker and following along on TV.
Green.
What reason being old school to turn high the name
High.
Corral is in
High.
this feels like a
High.
gunfight.
No.
And there you go. So we did note the tightness of that broom.
Good job, guys.
I do believe the velocity was a little less than back 8. And that way the curl came earlier. The sweepers weren't able to hold it.
Throwing 60. I'm throwing
Steal
64.
for Mr. Epping. So big,
I get a corner up.
big swings back and forth within that end. Most of these ends have had that.
You bet.
Inch or 2 here, inch or 2 there, and the momentum swings back and forth. If we remember earlier in the end, Mr. Epping indicated, "Oh, we don't want to blank this end." He wanted somebody to score.
It felt a
Got
little
his wish. I'm sure he's
I think you gotta
quite
go.
pleased that it's his team that scored.
Should carry well. I threw it well.
So
Play it hard if you
now
think it's light.
he has the lead,
Okay,
but
tight guard.
Dunstone
Get it tight then.
has
Get it tight.
2 potential hammers to 1
Okay,
potential hammer.
just clean. Just clean. All right.
So not disaster, but it is, as predicted, very tight match. Low scoring, very fastidious in strategy, very precise in what they're calling. This reflects their skills and their experience. A lot of rocks been looking great position to a club curler, but at this level, with this kind of curl, nothing is safe, as they say. There we go. We've got a center guard by Epping, corner guard by Dunstone. Epping team
Looked really hard.
gonna come around now, try and
Close.
bury in behind their
Line's
own
good.
center.
Choppy.
So you
You
watch
don't gotta
this
worry
rock.
about
This
line.
is the typical of how they curl here. He's out way, way wide. Ran quite straight. Now the weight comes off and the curl just cranks in there.
Nibble,
When
nibble,
you see
nibble.
that rock at the
Nibble.
beginning, it
Okay,
looks
Jake.
like he's gotten outside or wide. It runs, loses momentum, grabs, and just hooks in at the finish. Very big hook finish on these rocks, on these sheets. Makes curling fun. The more the curl, the more dramatic shots
12.
made. With proper weight and line, you can remove rocks that look like they're
Top 12, top 8.
totally safe and totally buried.
Top 8.
Makes for
top 8.
great entertainment. A good recreation of arena type ice here by Chris Jones at the Penticton Curling Club.
Choppy.
So gives it the look and feel of an arena
Toss.
event. Many ice makers now across the land. The difference between arena ice and top
Yeah.
club competition ice is much less than it used to be. There's no shortage of talented ice makers across Canada now. Through various seminars and going to assist at the arena events, the skills
Whoa. Hack.
your club ice
Go ahead,
makers
Matt.
have really come up in the last few years. The knowledge of
Hack.
rocks
All right, Matty.
and touching rocks or sanding rocks.
You're
as
moving it.
were.
You're moving it. Oh, good sweep, buddy. Oh, boy. Great sweep, buddy.
Did a year of ice making out in Estevan where I went at a pro event. We're looking for someone. I was looking for the opportunity
I log a
to
freeze on.
do quality ice in a club setting.
He's right on the
With
button.
one of their historically successful curlers who had his first Briar went out and curled on shorty Jenkins ice. So in that era, they didn't rely on flat ice and sharp rocks. They relied on what we call dishing the ice.
Like the weight.
So high banks and low
Just
banks.
line.
So the curl was induced by the shape of the sheet more than the abrasiveness of the rocks. And as he stated, I'll quote him, curling on Shorty Jenkins was, quote, like curling in a curlbert. Now this fellow had never curled on ice like that, so they weren't that successful. I believe you said they were trying to follow the lines of Ed Wernick, and they weren't getting the same results. But
Your way was
this fellow was
perfect
good
on
enough
Russell.
to get back there again. Learned, understood what he was dealing with, made adjustments, and were more successful. So the point of that is the change and the evolution of curling.
Shade less. Hair less.
Yep.
Quiet hack.
How
Yep.
the ice prepared and
Yep.
changing nature
Whoa.
Close.
Yep.
Yep.
of the strategy.
Hard, Matt. Come on. Hard,
Go
Matt.
back to the
Hard, Matt.
Roaring
Whoa, whoa.
Richardsons.
Conway. Good shot.
Their
I just nose it.
super success was a real hit
On the
game.
beak's really good, Colt.
Low scoring hits,
Good
no
throw.
free guards, not a ton of
His broom's not
curls.
moving too
So
quick no more.
the hit game really fit
His broom's
that
not moving
kind of
too
ice.
quick no more.
So there's been a dramatic evolution over time. And the precise skill levels that have developed and knowledge
Heavy hack.
developed. So then we saw the advent of free guards, and I always said these top level curves takes them about
Heavy hack.
3 years to figure out the new rules and still end up with blanks, even though there's 5 free guards, and now with the no tick, as long as your guard's on the center line. That's how good these top level curves are. No matter what rules
You like just peeling it?
they come up with to create more play in
Or do
the
you like
house,
this?
they still seem to have the ability to keep things clean.
Okay.
So here we are, end 6, getting to the money end.
Hot.
Come on, you gotta get
Whoa.
close to the line.
Whoa.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
There you go, Team Epping. And with the high heat, most of this game hasn't had a lot of the high heat.
Keep your head up.
More the
Push out
down
roll
weight,
like way early.
moving
Oh, yeah,
rocks
that-
around, or
I told
just
Pat, whoa.
getting them
No,
out.
no, you yelled, whoa. He just.
He just didn't roll.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Good call. Sorry, bud. Just wasn't sure.
Keep
if maybe
yourself
you
more
weren't-
don't hate the roll over there.
sweepers
I'm watching
with the
you.
down weights.
Your line call's really obvious.
That'll
Gives
boy.
us a
That'll
chance
boy.
to maybe use that corner. Control. Yeah.
Good throw.
BJ Neufeld will throw control, so a little less velocity than the Epping team. That's because they want their rock to stick around. Undoubtedly, they wouldn't mind a deuce
He threw that
at
at
some
Shades.
point.
I'm seeing control.
Didn't make the indication, but we're going to presume, does he want to roll inside and be buried? Does he want to roll or even just hit dead nose? Like I said, if he did
Yeah.
roll behind the
Whoa.
guard, unless he's perfectly, he kind of could potentially create a liability for himself.
Okay.
If he rolled too far in behind the tee. So indeed, he seemed happy just to hit the nose there. And not want to roll behind the guard.
Try. That's okay. Good try.
Controls are heavy today.
No worries.
First thought was to roll in, but
Matt visually
Yeah.
showing the two options in his
I like
head
that.
to BJ.
I like the same weight I just threw.
Then we heard BJ
Was that
indicate
in
his
between board and
preference.
control?
So he was,
Control? Okay.
like he stated, I was thinking the roll. Matt had pointed out the option coming the other way. Drawing in. So there you go, there's that modern
Whoa.
skipping.
Whoa.
Gives his shooter a couple options.
Hard.
Effectively lets the shooter choose from between the two. Effectively saying, what do you like better?
Chase it?
Both shots are valid. I want you to
Yeah,
the one
solid,
that you
solid through.
prefer.
Should see a quarter of it.
Any curler, if they're shooting a line or a shot that they believe in, they're
A
probably
little more, sorry.
from a mental and sport psychology perspective, they're
Just kind of solid through.
Okay.
in theory more likely to succeed.
Rolls away like the
Those of you
in-turn
who
draw.
do curl, occasionally you're skipped that puts down a broom that you don't believe in. It mucks with your mind. I would think statistically leads to more misses. It's hard to make a shot if you don't believe in the broom,
Hack.
Hack!
even if you're not a big fan of the
Whoa!
shot. So
Oh, clean.
Hack! Whoa, Jay!
I'll refer to the old Kinks attitude. It's your attitude.
On the red tie.
So that's a mental skill for all top athletes. You might not like it, but you got to change
You
your
wanna, like,
attitude.
ideally
find a
be-
way to like it.
Yeah, I like that. Half in the floor, he's
order
for sure
to
going to run it. If
increase
you're biting button, then he probably freezes, which,
Your chance of
yeah,
success.
bite the forefoot. I like that.
Very comfortable communication. Very comfortable and efficient between Matt Dunstone and BJ Neufeld. No real angst in their voice. No tension in their voice.
I feel like they should hit.
Very often on the same page.
They're just
Very specific about where they want the final placement of their attempted shot. Real treat, as again I mentioned, just to have the mics on these guys and really get a window into their mind, both with strategy and the necessary
Mine's good.
communication to be very specific.
Line's really good.
let it sit,
And
it'll be
pinpoint
okay. They're starting to
accurate.
come down. Yeah.
High rotation on this. We not see it.
Close.
We see with that high rotation,
Little
it's not
bit, yep.
hooking
Yep,
in
yep,
as
yep,
dramatically as
yep.
lower rotation.
Hard! Hard!
Gets the curl he wants, and he's once again a foot deeper than he wants. Most club
I gotta
curlers
stay
pretty
hard.
happy with that.
Where do we chase it?
Most high-level curlers feel that it's a small error.
The in looks hard to me, but.
Mr. Epping has the skills.
Chase it with the out?
What?
Oh, it's interesting he wants to remove this.
say?
So there is the option. He could come down and freeze. Put some real
Yeah, that
pressure.
was a 14-2. Like, that should have been, like, back 12.
God,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
gonna be really hard, man, isn't it? Aren't they gonna be even? Our blue's
Hard
gonna
thing
be
is we
slightly
can't
ahead.
So I think we heard the
Doubles
front
just-
end of
Huh?
Epping there.
Like, even if we
make
keep a good
comment
angle,
on
we
the
make it double
time.
still.
Or is that crazy?
I will point out a high rotation
Unless we have,
rock
like,
is
a-
going to
fuck, that
carry
reeks,
further
holy.
than a lower rotation rock, and I think that would be the explanation
Yeah.
for that. That was a very high rotation. That
Like,
was
best
a
shot
very
is the
high
chase.
rotation. Didn't hook in as dramatically
high.
as
They're
an earlier Epping
This is
draw,
gonna happen both ways. This one too.
and just glid that much further. And
What's that?
also their comment on the 14-2 hog to hog.
And be touching ours?
Mine's
sort
gonna
of
be even. Like it's gonna be
guessing
above
and
even.
Question
But
themselves,
you're right,
is
it's
the
okay.
ice tightening up? Is it
That
that
would be
much
gold.
slower?
Yeah.
You leave like an inch of gap.
These are the things they're always trying to make educated, informed
Oh, but
guesses
he can't.
about
He won't be able to.
to adjust
As long as you're here.
If you're there,
to
it's
the
well,
changing of
height,
the
yeah,
sheet.
You can chase it with the end.
as it
You
lives
can
and
chase it.
breathes.
You can chase it. So I think you're either freezing or you're chasing. It's just not the easiest
We
chase.
do have all sheets still going out there, so that hasn't changed, but there's been a lot of rocks, so the pebble's a little buffed up and smoother than it was.
I'm kind of seeing
Not
the freeze,
fresh.
but are you seeing the freeze at all or no? Hair high's pretty gold, isn't it? I mean, it's the shot I've played the most. Yeah.
So there you go, a big discussion at the first seemed interested in removing that rock, but in the end comes around to the opportunity for the freeze. Take this opportunity to give you an update on some of the other sheets. Sheet A, Sturmey, got a solid lead over Team Robillard. Brunner down 3-1. De Jong, including our local Matt Tolley. So De Jong up 3-1. Husley, the Swiss, having a good day. They're the number 2 Swiss team in the world. And they're having a good day. They're up 6-3 over Team Botcher. Back to our sheet. Mr. Epping's draw coming in.
It's frozen.
This is a big shot. He wants to be right frozen. So up the sweepers now. The weight looks pretty good. They need to drag it just a little further, a little further, a little further. A little further.
Go.
And they got a beauty. Absolutely dead frozen behind the center guard, covering the pin. That's a big time shot. Big time shot. You know, he did want to be a little high, and I guess technically he is just a little high. What they mean by that is just off to the right instead of perfectly aligned.
There's like the back side of it.
That rock is not.
Well, I mean,
really
you got to hit 2/3. I mean, 3/4. You're not going to
4
have enough energy, right? So it's hit 2/3 and hope.
I believe they're looking at a double from the wing on the left side. So an in-off double, as it were. Now they're looking to the right side.
We're able to make it off our own.
That's very flat.
For one. You got to throw an out turn.
So that freeze.
I feel like this is possible to make for one.
Making life very, very difficult. So that was an opportunity rock.
I think it is.
I've coined a lot of times curling, even
It's
teams, situations come up with a big opportunity. Opportunity
I don't know.
to score, to change the end, to change the momentum. And it's a stat
first
they
thought
don't
was
keep.
in-turn
They do
because,
keep
or out-turn,
percentages.
because you're going to get a bit more action.
I wouldn't mind coming up with a stat.
That's real hard in
When
Two-thirds.
a key opportunity arises.
I think.
It's almost a stat on
Yeah, in-turn 2/3.
your players clutch up, as it were.
I mean, yeah.
And take advantage of those big opportunities. And that was one there, and you saw Mr. Epping, he took advantage. He clutched up.
And he still
He
has a
put
shot
it
too.
precisely
Chase
where he
if he
needed
makes it as good as he
to
makes
take
it.
advantage of that Dunstone rock just
Probably makes
coming
the rock.
1
It's
foot
gonna be
behind
an
the
8 foot,
button. Thing of beauty, really, in the curling world.
Yeah.
44 pounds of
I
granite.
just figured we saw more on the other chase and we
146
rolled all the way
feet,
up.
and these guys can
So
put them
figured we probably still
pinpoint.
roll. Like we only hit a
Absolutely
quarter of the chase.
pinpoint. The skill level of these guys, this kind of event is just off the charts.
Definitely didn't scare the guard.
Off the charts. Thing of beauty. So here we go. Big heat. Going to try and come off with the blue on the right.
I'm gonna hum this one.
Like sort of
Very
the Wayne
flat.
line I have.
Then he needs to come a little bit off the side of his own and up.
Whoa, get
Those
Yep.
rocks will catch the shoot.
hard! Whoa, whoa, whoa!
But curls just a tad too
Yeah.
much, and another steal. Two
Good skipper, good
single
job.
steals in a row, including a
effort.
single with the hammer, so 3 ends in a row.
Wasn't
Mr.
quite
Epping
right.
has scored 1.
5-3.
We hear some frustration from the Dunstone team. Understandable. We don't hear any elation yet out of Team Epping. These
do
guys
you
are
wanna play
pros.
this?
It's not over till it's over. They know that. They are
Yeah, like
leading. They're
trying
happy.
to get 3.
But they know it's not in the bag. Still 2 ends to go. Dunstone has hammer.
Okay, we'll throw one corner and then
We
react to what he
haven't had
does.
a deuce yet, but that Dunstone is
'Cause I like if he throws a guard, then I like throwing another corner.
able to get a deuce. We'll be all tied up again. So
Yeah, for sure.
still a tight game.
Definitely.
Mine's a little soft. The
Very
hair's soft
much
if you
as,
can go, Pat. If you can go.
We anticipated.
Okay, line's okay. Still soft.
Initially, not a lot of risks taken. And then we heard briefly there, the Dunstone team, BJ and Parker,
It's good, Jay.
creating a plan of attack for with this end. So we still have that high chaparral gunfight at the OK Corral tension on this sheet. So close, such high skill level, still wide open who the winner is. Undoubtedly, Team Epping has a slight advantage. Now, there was a little frustration there out of Mr. Jason Cam, the lead. His depth was correct, but he didn't bite the center line with his.
Yeah, I'll throw this better.
First rock that center guard, and you heard him say, I'll throw this better. So he was frustrated with himself. Not a big deal. Most people would be pretty happy with that guard, but he isn't. And you need to have high standards for yourself at this level.
Go a little light. Line's
Hard
good,
line.
It'll carry better.
Hard
It'll carry
line.
better.
Get some inside play.
Okay, you're okay, Pat. You're okay for
Always-
line.
See,
I
it's a
got you,
little
Patty.
light. It's breaking hard.
Hard, wait close. Curl if you can.
They are by.
curl.
It's
Curl.
curling hard. It's a little light.
Curl.
So it's,
Good sweep.
oh, well managed, and does. I'm going to give it fully buried.
Good sweep.
Even though you can probably see an inch or a half inch from the hack. For all intents and purposes,
Good thing I threw that one more pause.
that's a totally buried rock. Now we see the result of that frustration and error. So because that center guard is not biting the center line, it could be tipped. So they have the no-tip rule, but only if your guard is in the free guard zone and a portion is biting that center line. So I thought maybe they were going to be going for the tip there, but in the end, no. Just putting up the corner guard.
You want to just freeze it?
Shot beat.
Epping staying aggressive now. I think they're putting up a high guard here.
Saw a shade light, but close.
Happy with their.
Weight's good.
Or
there.
are they coming
T-line.
in? They're coming in.
Go around it. Go around, John. Down.
Matt.
They want
Still all line.
Whoa, whoa.
two
Weight's
counters
there.
in those
Back four.
rings.
Almost back eight.
Looks back 8, back 12.
Back eight.
A little deeper they wanted, but their goal was to have two in the rings in behind that center. So now we're getting to the nitty gritty. Big shot here. They want a corner freeze shot rock. Then later they can run something in, remove the back rock, leave themselves shot. This deeper we get in this game, the more important these shots. Less and less room for even small errors.
Wait's good.
Beautiful shot, Mr. Lott. No
Shot goal.
error there. Precisely where
That-
they wanted it. Well frozen. A little bit of an angle.
Yeah.
Sure, Mr. Dunstone is quite pleased with that. It was a critical shot to develop their end for their strategy.
Very good shot.
Not close. Weight's good.
Dunstone he knows he needs
Top
a
eight.
multiple, whether it's this end or the next 10, so
Close, man.
pretty sure he's not too fussy which end as long as he gets a multiple.
We're at
Top 12.
Would like a deuce, would love a 3 at
It's okay.
this point.
Go ahead, Jake. Go ahead, Jake. Go ahead, Jake. Keep moving. Keep it moving. Yep, keep it moving. That's good. That's good. Good sweeping, guys.
Another
Good shot.
well-managed rock, exactly what the skip wanted. Stacking up the freezes now.
It's quick. I got a 15-7 on his freeze.
There we go. Team Dunstone going to make a move on that center guard.
It's fast in that spot.
See if they can't get a little mistake on guard location.
I think as long as you're that
from
positive,
Team
it
Epping.
carries for a mile. Threw it perfect. That's the exact time I wanted to see from you. So
You don't control your opponents, but part of your
make sure to roll
strategy
over
is
Mr.
to,
Pessimistic over there.
depending on score, time of game, do what you can and hope
Good weight.
for a half miss here or there from the opponent.
Heavy.
Trying to create the best opportunities for themselves. They get the result they wanted their shooter to remain in the rings. A little turn back, and yes, it remains a biter. Now it is counted by
This corner.
a couple of peripheral Epping rocks, but you never know in this game. Anytime a rock is biting, it could eventually become a counter. Under the layout in this particular end, unlikely, but as I said, you never know.
You trying to move it?
Running can be a funny game. There's a lot of different angles. Every once in a while, there's a fortuitous miss and some
Just unlock it to here and
surprising
keep the angle?
results happen. So unlikely that
Yeah.
Dunstone biter comes into play, but you do never know. Tell we're getting to the end here.
Like, I think you're just trying to move it to here,
discussion
and then you're trying to stay
on
there to keep the angle. I know he might have this,
shot
but
selection.
he's going to lose his red. Are you just nervous that we have 2 reds on, or are we okay? We're going to have 5 blues on paint.
We got to get rid of 4 blues.
Well, I think peeling the guard, he just goes into round one of them, and we're still the same. I think you're trying to throw back 8. Yeah. Good back 8.
Seems
Not if he
like
makes a good angle,
Rather
yeah.
than the guard, they seem to have settled on a. Oh, they're not going to go around. They're going to tap. So what they're doing is they want to free up shot rock into the back 4, still covered probably by the shot rock, or the shootage rock right now, Matt Cam's rock.
It's not back 8. Okay, I thought it
And
was
that
like-
would
Whoa.
free
Yeah.
up the potential
Yeah.
ability to get rid of that Dunstone second shot that right now is trapped and not going anywhere.
Hard!
These things curl a bit more than they wanted. They are getting the tap. The shooter won't be guarding anything. And
Okay, bud.
indeed, shot rock now has poked out.
Wondering
You
if
see
you made
probably
this.
4 or 5 inches of it.
What's that?
Almost half of it from the hack. And the angles are pretty good for Team Epping.
Got to get something, a shooter under something.
But with drag effect, I think that red will go right on to shot rock.
I'm a little unsure. I would hope so, but
Probably stay for shot.
only other shot maybe would be to do this.
If the expected drag doesn't work as much as they thought,
4's probably
it may
gone.
come off shot rock and pop out to the left.
Like, can I
as we're
get rid of the one?
viewing it?
Get rid of the. Got to throw it hard to get rid of it. Yeah. Your shot might be the one.
Getting complex, getting complicated.
Kind of wait.
Even the curlers aren't sure
Okay.
where they're going to end up after this shot by BJ Neufeld. They
Yeah, the
have
normal.
hopes, they have ideas, but they're not entirely sure
Normal wait.
what the net result is going to be.
This roll.
The chips fall where they may. In this scenario, the chips being the rocks. Shots on the way.
Yeah.
A distinctive
Hard cold.
throwing style,
Colt.
BJ Neufeld.
Hard! Hard!
Whacks the top just off nose. Indeed, drag effect came into play. However, I'm pretty sure that thrilled with the result. Shot rock wide open. One presumes Epping's going to remove that. He's just thinking, where do I want to end up? How do I want to end up?
You trying to nose that?
Most of us, you'd think he'd go right after shot rock, but that's just most of us
Their third shot?
regular depths.
Try and hit that on the nose. You like that?
So my guess is
Solid hack.
he's
Solid
happy
hack.
to force one here.
Yep.
Just gonna get up
He's
here.
able to remove this Dunstone rock in the wings, as it were.
Yeah.
I'm guessing he feels he has a good angle with his second
play.
shot, the blue to the left of the center line. That
Board.
Yep.
if
Board.
Yep.
Mr. Dunstone
Board.
decides to guard,
Whoa.
Whoa, whoa.
Board. Jay.
then he'd be able to get rid of shot rock by angle slashing his own rock. So they get this rock, they come by a lot, but they have enough curl.
Good shot.
So now, Mr. Dunstone technically has two in the rings. One
you're
shot
just
rock
drawing.
in the middle, wide open.
Yeah.
He has that aforementioned
Try and get
barely
it.
biter.
Yeah.
Now what is Mr.
thought it would be
Dunstone
fresh
going
out
to
there.
do? He's going to leave that
But it didn't. It was
shot rock open.
good shot.
He wants to
Top
lie
eight.
third.
Top four depth.
We're into some calculated risks.
Yeah, this will be 15 seconds here, I think, eh?
It's going to be interesting to see what Mr. Epping does next, regardless of where this ends up. Does he move? So what Mr. Dunstone, if he can get third rock in here, under cover, Mr. Epping makes a play on shot rock, then Mr. Dunstone's going to be hoping that
Room.
Mr. Epping's shot rock ends up in a place where there's a potential double for the Dunstone team and score a deuce that way. So they get exactly what they wanted. They are lying first and third.
I could judge.
Now Mr. Epping is going to play on that. Now he wants a little roll. He wants the net result of his rocks to be quite
You don't like
flat.
chasing the one he just
And
scored?
now with the overhead, we see if he rolls a
I said
bit
a slip.
towards
I know.
Would have been nice, just so we can't
the
chase
Matt
it at all.
Dunstone third rock,
Hair mark.
then the third
Where do you wanna
rock
roll
may
or roll
become a
rock?
potential
A
catcher
rock.
My way or Pat's way?
on an
Pat's.
attempt to
Okay.
double by Mr. Dunstone. So much more complex than your club curler strategy. Entirely based on the high level skills and the high level predictive vision that these competitive skips have. They've seen just about every
Pat.
setup of rocks that you can imagine, so their strategy is much different.
Stay, Pat.
Much
Gotta go,
different.
gotta go, gotta go, gotta go, gotta go.
There it is. There's the error
Yeah.
that Dunstone team was hoping for.
Yeah.
Not throwing this too super hard, but
Normal. Control. Whatever you're seeing. What turn you
Now
like?
a 2 and even a 3 is on the plate.
I mean, we know that one.
Yeah. Thanks.
Yes. Yep.
Placement of their previous rock to be
Third's
third
good.
shot. It's now second
Do you like
shot.
normal at all, or do you like control?
Oh, roll to the worst spot, too.
The removal of shot rock, and Dunstone has the ability to lie
Okay.
2. Wants to roll in behind. Now we'll go back to Mr. Epping shot, and some would say, well, he missed an easy shot. And I'll point out there's a difference between simple and easy. There's no easy shot. There's a lot of simple shots. It was very simple. It was wide open. It was a hit with a desired outcome of placement for the shooter, but just a little bit out, ran a little straighter than they anticipated. So, big difference between simple and easy. It was a simple shot. It was not an easy shot, and we saw just that inch of difference, a huge difference in outcome, really changed the context of this end. Sure, underneath it all, the Dunstone team is
You make the chase,
pleased
it's always only
and
ever.
excited
And then he's gonna group them.
at the opportunity now presenting itself.
Oh, he saw like half.
Couple
Yeah,
rocks
he
go.
saw that
I'm
thing.
pretty sure they didn't expect this, but they placed
He
their
makes it a
rock
lot of the time.
Yep.
with that hope in mind.
Hard.
It's a soft intern.
Oh,
Hard.
trying to hold this line. Trying to hold this line. They do hold it. Did they hold it enough? No. Back and forth. Back and forth.
I think
You
we
can
gotta
see body
try and wrap
language,
as
a bit
much
of
as we can
disappointment
around
from Matt
Right? Don't see anything else.
in the curling terms.
Unless
A
we see
little
enough
light,
round
a
blue.
little tight. Light and tight. Up and out.
Do we have half of our blue?
Descriptions of
Still looks like a blue.
Yeah, it looks like a
Undesired.
thin slice.
executions.
I know.
I mean, they're not crazy far apart, Pat. They're only
They
a rock
knew
and a
they
half
were
apart from
tight.
each other.
No, I have half.
They attempted to hold it with aggressive sweeping. We're not able to do so. Their shooter rolls out. A real swing.
Do I
Now,
try
this is
and
not an
swing-
easy
swing
shot, but
slice
there is
that red?
a raise
How much room is there?
that Mr. Epping's going to try. If he
between
is
which one?
The blue
successful,
and the red.
Well, there's which
Gonna
one?
be a
The
lot
top
of-
one or the back one?
The top one.
blue in the
There
rings,
is
and
big
indeed,
solid 2 feet.
not a small scoring zone, so
Probably
we would
there.
anticipate
So
if he makes the
Do- or
shot,
do I
there's
just
going to
try
be
to
a
pick
draw
the-
and a force to one. It'd be a
Just
huge
happy
success
if I took the red guard.
for Team Epping. They'd be thrilled
Yeah.
to give up a force of one here. They would be up one and coming home with hammer.
The pick looks.
There's nowhere to
We're getting
draw.
the top.
At this level, it doesn't get much better
That's
than
no good.
that.
It's going to be wide open.
I know, and then wreck it. Yeah,
he
yeah.
As
just
a
plants
team
it.
in an event like this, they'd probably give $1,000
Gotta
if
kind
they
of throw
could
it for you to make it, not me.
purchase a desired situation for the final end. Up one with.
Yeah. Like you see.
Curling
Yeah,
terms.
okay,
Up
let's
one
slice it.
with.
Yeah, I do.
That sounds like a beautiful situation. And we were up one with. Club environment, up one with, you're happy, but you're nothing's guaranteed. When we watch TSN and Sportsnet, they have stats on these things.
Yeah, you like intern?
I would think the win percentage of a team at this level up one with is very high. Probably in the 90 to 95% range. They don't go for the race. They go for the pick. They miss by an inch. Unbelievable.
She wasn't as thin as I thought.
Advantage this way, advantage this
thought
way.
it was red, the red
All of a
was-
sudden, the force is off. That well-placed Dunstone, which at the time became third rock, comes into play. This is a draw to anywhere
Oh, she had to tickle it.
in the 8-foot for a deuce. So there you go. You just never know on any given shot. So psychologically, that's a big momentum swing.
Take it.
Now they're going to presumably be tied with hammer. Well, they're still pleased.
Mine's good.
They're all happy at this level.
Curling lots.
And with hammer.
They gotta go hard.
But boy, I bet the
Hard,
stats
guys.
on tied with
Gotta
Hammer.
go, gotta go, gotta go,
and
gotta go,
up
gotta
one
go.
with Hammer. Oh my goodness gracious me. So hard to predict in curling. Wide open draw,
I had no answer.
just to the
We
8-foot.
We thought we were sweeping. I always thought you were curling just for fun, like just for something.
So there's a momentum. Momentum shifts are going back and forth faster than a speeding bullet here.
That intern.
That was an unexpected miss by Mr. Dunstone. What that tells me, or what I would guess from
Thank you.
that,
See what happens.
is a dramatic change in speed from the beginning of the game. Could even have been a pick.
Shoot.
Because he didn't miss by a little. So psychologically they went from despondence to elation to despondence again. So unbelievable. Extreme entertainment.
What the heck is he playing?
Extreme tension.
You playing the triple tap
And
kind of thing
all
for
this
the
talk,
canner?
different strategies, different skill sets. In the end, curling guards get involved.
Hi.
Undoubtedly, Team Epping is pleased, but they know it ain't over. 'Cause in the end, it all comes down to execution.
Good.
So it's on the plate, it's being offered. They are up one with. Can they execute?
Shuppy.
Can they put the rocks where they want them? Remove the rocks in a way they want to, when they want to.
Felt close. Line's good. Easy. Felt there though.
5
Close.
free guards, no tick
Okay.
Line's
rules.
good. Just top
Those
four.
rules were put in place to encourage action in the house.
Just nibble the top of the button
we
would be
know
great.
Matt, if
Team Dunstone's
anything-
not
No,
going to
no,
give up.
Just play the weight. Play the weight.
Simply
Just play the
put,
top
they
of the
just
button
need a
if you
steal of one.
Make
Force
room
an
for
extra in, get another steal, so
That's
they
good.
can
Good job.
still win this
Really
game.
good.
We know they're not going to give up. So it is still a game on. Still a game on. Very tight game.
Sweet.
Momentum swings. Both physically, scoreboard wise, and psychologically, mentally. The subtleties of high level curling. So the untrained eye, somewhat slow, but to the trained, experienced curling fan, drama, tension, excitement. Every shot. Double guard, double center guard is
less
up
for sure.
very
Less
successfully.
for sure.
Line's hair tighter.
Line's hair tighter,
With
boys.
the closer
Line
one
will be
being
okay.
as
Play the
high
weight.
as it
Hair
is,
okay.
Play the weight.
No,
there's
you're
opportunity
okay.
for both teams.
Felt a lot less.
We are a hair
Take
tighter
that
line.
action
I think you
in
can go, boys.
right into
We are a
the
hair tighter
forefoot.
line.
Smaller scoring zone.
Whoa. Good shots. Good
For
sweeping,
the most
guys.
part, these teams
sweep.
both have the sheet and the lines dialed in, so
Shots. Okay.
4 precisionally made shots to open this final
Hey,
end.
tap it around the nose.
Oh man.
Rail the nose. Really good.
X factor in curling.
Yeah,
The
they're closer. And I
pick.
walked them down there. They looked like they were like 10 feet apart.
No.
All those
Heck, did you
unexpected.
get it so buried around there?
Everything's going well.
Maybe gonna
Lines are solid.
Back 8, back
shoot
12.
Solid, and then
Weight's
a
good.
random piece of debris
Back 8, back
unnoticed
12.
gets under a rock
Back
and
line.
changes ends, changes outcomes of games.
That's pretty good.
There you go, another made shot. That's what they wanted. They wanted to move them around, jig them around. Now they're creating some baskets and more
Guards are
opportunities.
6 feet apart.
Pretty good.
Because of that, there you go. Mr. Epping says enough of that. 6 rock in the end. Everything's free now. He wants a view of the house. He wants a nice double peel here. Open up a view of the button.
Yep.
Minimize the risks.
Yep.
So that he maximizes opportunities on his last shot.
No.
Well, he doesn't exactly get
Over
a
there.
true double peel.
Okay, Pat.
But you hear frustration from BJ.
Hey, lock a free
in
zone
a
there.
sense, he got a lucky miss.
Yeah.
And left their own. Shot rock covering the pin. Removed the Dunstone rock from the ring. So there's the lucky aspect that BJ was lamenting.
I think we're there now. Back 4.
Even if we just peeled the top one, good.
Back 4.
It's hard to make a
Definitely bumping a little.
Wait close.
Background, we heard the Epping front
Small
end
bump.
guessing what their skip might call.
Yep.
We just peeled the
Over
top
curl
one.
at least. It over curled the hair, which is good.
Good guide.
Make the double peel.
That's the one you think that's a bit slower? I don't think he thinks that one's a bit slower than his other one. It seemed like it. I thought he threw quite a bit of weight. It's good though. We're gonna try and get things going this
There
way.
you go, still clarifying, discussing that particular rock and the speed of it. And their consensus is they feel it's a bit slower than the rest of the set of rocks. Here we go. I believe I heard double peel, despite the front end's previous guess of maybe just peeling the top one.
Yep.
They want that double
Whoa.
peel.
Yep.
They're close, they're on, they're off. And they
Attaboy, Patty.
Great shot,
do
Pat.
get the double peel.
Yeah.
All guards are gone. This is what Mr. Epping wanted. Nowhere to hide right now.
Great shot. Attaboy. Shot.
Full view shots. Higher percentage of makes on the full view shots.
Just past halfway, 2/3.
Didn't see that one coming. 0-3 beats 3-0.
Heard a comment there. They're commenting about the sheet beside them. Mr. Botcher at 3-0 went down to the Swiss team. Their first loss to go 3-1 and beaten by the Swiss team who was 0-3 coming in. So there you go. Underdogs do
Good.
win.
That's good. That's good. That's good.
You just never know when. Lovely center guard put up. Guard up. Peel attempt will be made. Familiar pattern near the end of games. Because Mr. Evans shot rock, and he knows that
Easy.
at some point, if he can successfully peel these off, Mr. Dunstone is going to have to make a play. Therefore, Mr. Epping will have probably a hit with nothing in the way. At this point, Mr.
Shot.
Dunstone's going to probably try and freeze dead on his own or tap so that his rocks end up frozen dead on and make it as difficult as possible for Mr. Epping to score a single. I guess technically he doesn't even need to score a single. He just needs to remove everything from play. So a blank will win it. A steal of one will tie it. Still feel that tension.
That was it?
Still have the
Whoa.
high chaparral drama here,
Clean.
folks.
Yeah, we do.
First draw on the Saturday. Teams
Boy, Matt.
are dialed in, jockeying for
Compare.
position. Critical games for most teams now, trying to make the money rounds, the playoff rounds. With 12 of the world's top 24 teams and some of the best of BC and Western Canada here, including a few international teams. So for the most part, gone to form. Any given sheet, any given draw, the higher ranked teams have tended to win, but there we just saw on the sheet beside us an unanticipated upset. I'm not a betting man. I do believe you can bet on curling these days and the various options in Canada and the U.S. So don't know what the line was, but I'm
Line's
pretty
okay.
sure
A little bit of
Mr.
room.
Botcher would have been heavily favored.
No, you
in
can
that,
wait.
So some lucky
Line's okay.
Swiss
That's the curl
fan
still.
or Swiss team fan might have had a little wager on
Gotta
there.
go, Cole. Gotta go, Cole.
Probably got good odds.
Gotta go. Keep going. Go, 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 go. A little more, 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 a little more.
Didn't quite get to the center line. Is it enough? I don't think there's anything that's going to tempt
Out.
Mr. Epping from not peeling that rock, and indeed that's the call.
Good shot.
He absolutely wants a full view of what's in the house when he comes up for his last rock. There we see even the sweepers now getting more and more meticulous. They're always sweeping lines and doing the housework, as it were.
I think so. It could be biting.
But they seem to get even more attentive and fastidious as you
Clean.
get to the money rocks.
Yeah, to me it looks like nose with
There it is.
control if you like that, or yeah, I don't mind board either. Whatever you like.
Mr. Epping's second last rock.
You like this intern?
He has the hammer, therefore he has the last rock.
Maybe
And here
minimum.
is Mr. Dunstone's last rock.
There you go.
He wants to remove shot rock. He also wants his shooter to end up perfectly welded to his own and make it as difficult as possible with what's available for Mr. Epping's last rock. Any offset angle is going to be to Mr. Epping's benefit. So there is impact here, so contact point is absolutely critical here.
Green.
There it is.
Whoa, whoa,
You saw
whoa,
that
whoa,
little
whoa,
pop release
Ryan.
before the curler's
Whoa.
being asked to make it.
Yep,
the
Ryan,
sweeper's
Ryan.
being asked to make it
Whoa.
curl.
No,
He
straight.
comes
straight,
in
straight.
almost dead nose.
Okay.
Result is offset. So
On the
it
nose,
looks
Peel?
like he's just gonna. There, you heard him. A nose double. Make the nose double. Game over. Miss the nose double. We're gonna have an extra hit. The tension, the drama remains right till the last rock. Here on Saturday morning, Penticton New Floors Classic 2023. Probably the top event in any club in Western Canada, certainly,
Yep.
Yep. Hard. Gotta go pull it up.
during the
Whoa.
curling season. He's very close. He's very close. He's very close.
Attaboy.
He makes it. There it is, folks. In the end, a 2-point win. The final score 4 for Epping, 2 for Dunstone. A surprising missed draw in the 7th end. Probably the TSN turning point.
Let's go, guys. Let's stay alive. We're still-
Great entertainment. Thank you for tuning
Way to go,
in.
guys.
I'm Owen
Good job. Good
Hayward on
doubles.
behalf of the Penticton Curling Club.
Thank
Thanks
you.
for tuning in. Next draw goes off at noon. Tune in. We got 4 sheets with commentary and live streaming. So tune in, pick your favorite, enjoy the weekend, and enjoy this world-class curling brought to you from Penticton, BC, heart of the South Okanagan. Have a great day. I'm Owen Hayward. Thank you for your time.